Virgo, here is your astrological game plan for 2025. Virgo, life is about to change, obviously for the better. While Pluto was in Capricorn from 2008 to 2024, you were glimpsing the larger vision of your personal power. But if Pluto was revealing the deep secrets of pie making to Taurus, then Pluto was showing you the most incredible way to grow the apples for those pies. If Pluto was showing Taurus how to bake the pies, Pluto is showing you how to market and sell them to the ideal customer. You see, Virgo, we have to start with the fact that you've been shown the blueprints, and it's your job to optimize them. But in this case, the blueprints are to your ideal self and the essence of your power. The purpose of this is to be the person who can optimize your true spiritual vision. Virgo, as the complementary opposite to Pisces, you'll be taking in spiritual knowledge from prior to this incarnation, with the South Node conjunct your Sun in the next year to year and a half. You're remembering where you came from and what you're doing here. Then, as Pluto begins its track through Aquarius, you'll have your life rearranged for greater efficiency and to prepare to step into your true Virgoan power, starting in 2043. It may seem like a long time, but in less than 20 years, Pluto will have prepared all Virgos for this once-in-a-many-lifetime opportunity to realize their incredible abilities, the same way that Leo will be doing right now. Virgo, you are already put to the test. The last 14 years has been one form of outside pressure or another, forcing you to make choices in line with your destiny. The more you allowed the old structures to dissolve, the more you may have felt like you stepped into yourself more fully. The more you chose to double down on things already in place, the more Neptune likely fought against you, and confusion may have taken hold. Of course, this would have been over a decade ago for my early Virgos, but my later Virgos are still experiencing the potent effects of Neptune right now. Neptune's whole purpose is to merge you with your true self and your true destiny. If there are obstacles to that destiny, Neptune will dissolve them. This isn't an energy you're all too unfamiliar with, because as Virgos, it's your job to constantly push every organization, person, and thing to its most efficient and pure form. Neptune is a key ingredient to optimizing where you use analysis to arrive at the most practical and cutting-edge ways of achieving the result. Neptune uses feelings and foresight to keep all that detailed work in focus. With Neptune entering Aries in 2025, early Virgos are having their lives rearranged on all fronts. And all Virgos should be listening to this advice, because sometime in the next 14 to 20 years, you're going to be contending with both Neptune and Pluto on these fronts. As if that wasn't enough change happening for my Virgos, Uranus goes ahead and enters Gemini in July. Luckily, my later Virgos still have Uranus in Taurus until then. You're still experiencing incredible inner growth and stepping into yourself like you never had before, much like all Virgos have at some point in the last 7 years, risking rejection to champion your more efficient approaches to manifesting results in the world. If Capricorns are being shown how to become themselves, you're being shown how to utilize who you become to accomplish the destiny for which you became it. There was not much stopping Uranus from upending your lives and shaking you up during the previous 7 years. And as Uranus enters Gemini, your life should start to take on a tone of productivity, the likes of which some will only see once in a lifetime. If Uranus's conjunction to your zodiac sign in about 21 years is the distributed product, then consider this next 7 years a period of product development. You're headed for fulfillment in the next 20-year pension cycle, and the most intense and illuminating part of the work begins in 2025. Of course, if you allow your oversensitive, Virgoan soul to fall into the victim mindset, Uranus will play with you like a toy mouse, and the only productive thing that will occur is you'll get to complain to your friends about how unfair life is. But if you pay attention to Coach Uranus at this time, you'll be able to go from Rocky 1 to Rocky 4, from losing to Creed to beating Drago. That's what can happen when you don't treat your trainer like a tyrant. Sure, you might have to get out of bed at 4 a.m., run laps, and refine your approach until your pause attraction kicks in and pulls you out of the Alabama mud. But it'll be so worth it. Even though your life is due for massive scene change, with tons of illumination and constant action, Saturn doesn't want you to be left flapping in the breeze. Virgo, if you're willing to take responsibility and commit to manifesting your true vision, not someone else's vision, or some dispassionate service you carry on out of some sense of duty or inability to remove your focus from those you serve, in order to place it on the larger reason why you're serving them, then Saturn aims to make the new set more solid than the old set. In fact, he likely aims to let you design the whole thing, seeing you know better than anyone how to do it right. The thing is that in true Virgo fashion, Saturn aims to eliminate all wasted energy. In Aries, he wants to keep you focused on the point and the purpose. So setting goals in line with the vision is a must. For those of you so bogged down in the day-to-day details that you've lost sight of the horizon, then I would suggest using your powerful imagination. After all, it was given to you so that you could keep unnecessary details from entering the fold, not so you could disassociate from the realities you currently find harsh or distasteful. If you write these things down, then you'll be organizing the larger vision in a solid form. You'll be able to see what you're worried about that really doesn't matter. This type of exercise should be done daily. Some call it journaling, but really it's more productive than journaling when a Virgo engages in this type of thoughtful analysis within themselves. This way, as Jupiter makes its last push through Gemini, for the first 6 months of 2025, you can get back to the kind of growth your soul craves and make it as purposeful as possible. If you do this when Jupiter goes into Cancer in June of 2025, you'll be ready to cash in on the opportunities from all the hard work you've been putting in. And if that work has been smart and purposeful, who knows the kind of results you'll be producing. There's nothing quite like taking something somebody is building and making it 10 to 100 times better. But that's what Virgo does. There's also nothing like making that thing better when it's actually something you want to experience and enjoy yourself. Too often I see my Virgos get bogged down being of service to others, but forget that the virtue of serving others only works if the person you are serving is building a castle you want to live in. If they are building condos in the mountains and you want a house by the ocean, you're using your skill set to manifest for others and not yourself. Just because you are good at something doesn't mean you have to apply it to everyone and everything. In 2025, the necessary shakeup is already scripted. The timeline is set, and it's time to reconnect with your powerful Virgoan skills, with the fulfilling vision you always dreamed of.